Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's half-time live Liverpool going at Villa Park. 1 goal to the good via the medium of, oh yes, Fabio Borini. If you watched the Matchday live show prior to game kicking off, you'll know who I've got in the studio with me. If you didn't, welcome, hello, where the fuck have you been? I've got Mike Kennedy, Jack Hart, and over on Tactics Corner, I've got Chris Pajak as well, who is really focused on his laptop at the minute. I mean, great. You know, Mike, by and large, you know, the better team. We played some really nice stuff at times. We got in behind a few times. 1 or 2 scares, but I'm reasonably happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is how the game should pan out, given the fact that Villa's form is terrible.
Yeah.
You know, you've got 2 clubs going in different directions, essentially, you know, so really it should be quite a sort of straightforward standard win, but of course we know that things don't always pan out like that.
Yeah.
So I'm delighted, really happy. Made up that Borini scored as well.
I know.
Just, you know, that could, you know, I mean, we hope, you know, of course, that could be a springboard for him, because he's got a lot of other good things in his locker. Mm-hmm. He's just lacked goals, so yeah, great, really happy. This
is what we were saying in the build-up, wasn't it, Jack? That Borini doesn't have goals. He doesn't score goals. He puts himself around. He does the right kind of running. He links up nicely. Can't fault his endeavour. Doesn't score any goals. He scored a goal. You can't ask more from that.
Yeah, I don't know what's Italian for the floodgates have opened, but hopefully someone will tweet in and tell us. But
in fact, yeah, dude, if you speak any Italian, what is the Italian for the floodgates have opened? Let us know in the comments alongside, or by tweeting at the Redmen TV. Go on.
No, pleased to see him get his goal. Hopefully it's the first of, you know, many. Moreno obviously broke forward a couple of times and looked good as well.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to see more of.
We all got a little bit excited, didn't we, when he had the offside goal. I hope he used it at home as well. As I always point out, if we manage to win this game, if we hold on, or even actually go on and score goals and put it to bed, check out the redmentv.com on late tomorrow. We'll have our reactions throughout the game, which will be interesting watching the Moreno reaction, and also what we called the referee and linesman when it turned out it wasn't actually a goal. Chris, what have you thought on, I mean, Borini's performance? You can't fault him. The lad's he's got in away from his man, shades of offside, but whatever, and he stuck it away like a centre forward's meant to do.
That's what he's there for, isn't it? At the end of the day, there's been a couple of opportunities in the game where I think he's made the wrong run. But for the goal, he definitely made the right run, and he's got his finish, and he deserves that, you know, not just for today's performance, but for the last couple of weeks as well, because he has worked so hard for the team. It's about time we found him in the right position when he's got there. A couple of the YouTube comments on
proving that some people can't be pleased.
Yeah, and your best 0-2, that formation is definitely working for us. We've improved so much. Chaos Dude 1399. Borini has been good, but has been let down by Sterling in moments of that first half. And finally, Cluster ZR. We may have scored, but Borini is average at best. You know what? He might be average at best, but that's what we need up there at the moment. Yeah. We need somebody who's just a forward and knows how to play centre forward, and that's fine for me at the moment.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, there's a lot of, for whatever. Think what you will about the striking options we've got available to us, Mike. Mario Balotelli should head and shoulders be the best, should be the actual best, and that's even counting Sturridge, given all the hype and everything that's been built around the career he's had. I genuinely don't care what people consider how good consider our players to be comparatively to the rest of the world football. If Fabio Borini turns up and he's scoring goals, that's fine by me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where the end result changes the perspective of everything that goes before it. And I think, for Borini, he could play great today. If he doesn't score, he's shit.
Yes.
And if he does score, then all of a sudden, great, good performance from Borini, everyone's happy. So it's one of those things where it's fine margins, I mean, obviously, we'd all love to see him be a success and score loads of goals at Liverpool, but I'm just made up for him because he looks like someone who it matters to.
Yeah. And
I like that about him. And one of the main things that, has made me really, I mean, I've accepted Balotelli's going to stay now, but for a while I just wanted rid of him. Yeah. I wanted us to just eject him from the club in January,
But some sort of ejector seat fitted underneath.
I'll press the button, just like it's fair. But the main reason why I felt so strongly about Balotelli is because it looked like there was a lack of effort,
Yeah.
and it looked like he was like, nah, it doesn't really matter to me one way or the other how this goes. Barini's never been like that.
Yeah.
You remember he scored that goal last year, and he looked like he was about to burst out crying. That was
Yeah.
made up with him. Come on, mate.
Absolutely.
You know, lovely to see that level of passion from the players. So I'm made up for him. Hopefully, that gives him a bit of an extra boost of confidence. And you've seen that before with strikers, where once they get a goal, they can go on a run. So hopefully that's what happens with him.
And Barini as well. Good to see him with the celebration, because normally he's the kind of person who encourages you, like.
Yeah.
He's that normally type of player, isn't he?
I'm looking forward to reading his next interview in the Echo now. He'll be gutted the Ballon d'Or's just passed.
Yeah.
I loved his karate style finish.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi trained him well on that one. I mean.
Better than his tackle the other week.
Absolutely, yeah. Chris, I mean, the important thing there is we probably should be more than a goal up, and there's the big fear. We've had a couple of nervy moments. Sanchez had that strike that took a deflection off Scouse, caused a problem for Man United. Okay, deals with it, but we've only got the narrowest of margins there. We need to press on by any means necessary and get that second goal.
We need to come out second half like we started the first. You know, we came out and we pressed them really high up the pitch really well, and there was a lot of energy in the performance. And I think it's important that before, you know, someone's just asked me on Twitter there, would you bring Ivan at half time? No, not a chance. Will they be bringing Ivan at half time now? It's time to build on what we've got right now, you know. And look, I may be one for this game later on in the game, of course. But let's get another one. We know that defensively and mentally, I think we've been a little bit weak over the last few months anyway. We need more than one goal, I think. It will make all the fans nervous, and the team seems to get nervous when we're just 1-0 up as well.
And in fairness, if you're going to bring... Ibe is not coming on before Lallana, I wouldn't suspect as well. I know we're all kind of like excited, we want to see him back, we want to see him do things, but we don't want to... You know, if he's ready, fine, we can throw him in, but equally, there's no need to actually... No need to put him in the firing line.
I think, you know, it just depends on, you know, how the half shapes up. You know, if we come out and we rattle in 2 goals in the first 5 or 10 minutes, I'd love to see I'd come on for half an hour if we were 3-0 up. Just because, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing him playing in Liverpool shirt again. But yeah, I think we want to just kind of keep things. We want to just build on what we've done there without upsetting it too much, I think. But remember, you know, Villa, worst attack in the league, 0.5 goals a game. You know, nobody scores less than they do.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get a clean sheet as well.
Well,
I don't want to just win. I want to win and I want a clean sheet.
And I think you're right, and I think that's right, isn't it? You know, we. Sorry, Jack, I think we've got the answer to your question, actually. Go on, Chris.
I'm going to try and read this out. At Misha_Joyce, I cancelli di notazioni hanno aperto.
You've just said your mum's a
no,
slagging Italian.
No, because there it is on fucking New Bella, I've checked it. Carry on with whatever you were doing. I'm nailing this shit.
I like the accent, that was good.
Yeah, it was very good.
You know.
You've got to throw yourself in wholeheartedly, nothing like a nothing's quite as sad as a half-hearted bell end, is there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to be full-hearted at all times. I'm not saying you're a bell end, I mean, like, anyway.
I know I am.
Yeah. The pivotal moments in the game, obviously, Moreno being adjudged offside for his goal. Offside's offside. I think the real one for me, Jack, is Raheem Sterling goes through, tries to chip the keeper, and it's lovely, and it's great that he thinks he's got that in his locker. Put it away. Put it away.
It looks as though he knew some kind of a whistle had gone and he was just calmly chipping it back for the keeper's arms, really. Didn't look like he was having a crack on goal, which is a shame. But again, that's the feeling I had from the Swansea game a few weeks ago, that he's just not quite reliable in that scenario yet. I mean, the City goal last season, we know that he can be composed in those situations. And he was composed about 4 times for that City goal. But, but it's, I say, dependability every week, and we just can't depend on him in that attacking role. I think.
But that's what you get from young players, isn't it? You know, like that's exactly what happens with young players, is you don't get that consistency, and you know that's the nature of it.
And again, a foot higher, and we're talking about he's one of the greatest talents ever to play the game, as it is. This is what happens when you try to chip the keeper, though, Mike. You either look like a whale, or you look stupid.
Well, I would prefer that. You know, I mean, what happens is you learn from your experiences, don't you? And if you try those fancy finishes and they don't work as much, well, that's what you hope. And then, you know, you play the percentages in the future. You know, so for me, I mean, just imagine how good a player Sterling would be if he could finish. I mean, wow!
Yeah.
We're talking about one of the best players in the world. I think
yeah,
if he can add goals. Same thing with Coutinho. I think, you know, if those two players can add goals to the game, I think that really moves us forward as a club. Actually, you know, because they're such key players for us.
Yeah, definitely. But this is it. We said this. It's 1-0. You know, it's how I play in Pro Evo and how I play in FIFA. Trying to score the pretty goals instead of just doing the shitty scumbag goals to get yourself a few goals advantage. And the fact is, if Liverpool can go into that game at half time 2-0 up, you're really looking forward to the second half there. Whereas at the minute, it's a bit too finely poised for my liking. It only takes one slip up, you know, one dodgy moment from a set piece or whatever, a deflection. Exactly.
So far, actually,
He's handled things very well, hasn't he? Literally. Chris, do you want to go over to Twitter for us?
Sean Kelly,
friend of the show.
Hey, Sean. How's it going? Carry on.
Virtual Snapman on Twitter. Liverpool's high-vis health and safety uniforms has finally resulted in them finding a striker with a pass.
Hey!
Gotta love that shit.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I'm glad to see. Well, it's not yet. Obviously, you don't want to talk too much too soon. But you know, I hate away kit hoodoos. I like us. You know, just put them. You need them put to bed as early as possible. So you know, another win would hopefully dispel any of that talk, and we can move on and just enjoy the football for the rest of the season, theoretically at least. Anyway, let us know in the comments below. Was there anything you would do to change it for the second half? How do you think Liverpool should approach it? More of the same, or do we need to maybe add more of a attacking threat? Would you change anything system or personnel wise? Do it in the comment alongside, or tweet us at the Redmen TV. Mike, is there anything you would change going into the second half?
No, I don't think so. I think you come out and you just weigh it up for 10 or 15 minutes and just see how we get on. I think we've been the better team. You know, I think overall, you know, I don't think we've looked that vulnerable. Can't think of that many clear-cut chances that Villa had.
Although, to be fair, the stream we've been watching
has
been inconsistent at best. So there might have been loads.
A series of still images.
Do you know what?
We've got to draw our own conclusions.
Do you know what? There might have been a red card and we don't even know. We're sitting here talking about
Again, if anyone's got any really good, solid, high-quality streams, and they all seem to be much of a muchness, please do tweet them now to at the Redmen TV, because that'll make our lives so much more bearable for the second 45 minutes. Right, we're gonna be wrapping that up any moment now. Thanks very much for watching the show. Give the video a big thumbs up. Leave your thoughts on anything we've discussed in the comments section underneath, of course, and check back to youtube.com/Redmen TV after the game for the post-match reaction to the gentlemen I have gathered in the studio, and of course for the subscriber shows this week. If Liverpool win, it's going to be Live a Box episode 3, where you get to see our reactions during the game, which is always a good laugh, and the normal subscriber shows as well, and gearing up towards Chelsea as well. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the second half, and we'll see you back here later.